like someone who loves music. Oh, interesting.
And welcome. This is Family Meeting Legacy Talks. And that's why we're relaxed. It's sunny out there in Dublin, and which is very rare. Funny enough, today we had that kind of Niger sun. There was no way you could wear any kind of jumper. So people are walking around, getting the tan.
Okay. That's interesting then.
Getting the tan, and then the black people are getting their vitamin D. So everybody's out there getting something from the sun. So it's been a beautiful weather today here in Dublin. I hope it has been the same wherever you are. Thank you for joining us this Sunday afternoon. My name is Busola. I'm your life and legacy consultant, helping you find you, do you, and leave your imprint in the sand. It's all about life and legacy. Is about you finding yourself and fulfilling that purpose that you have been designed for. So thank you once again for joining us. And today, like always, I have a brother here with me, and it's family meeting. Remember, I said that. My brother here, Coach Muyiwa Fasakin. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For those of you that are joining that are already know this guy is legendary in his own line. He's a standout coach. He's my coach, he's my ogal. So
okay.
He's a lecturer.
Okay.
Coach Muyiwa, thank you very much for joining us. You're a very good man. You made the time for us today, so we are grateful. We appreciate. Because the reason why we've invited you basically is to tell us, is to appreciate what you're doing in the world. We appreciate your niche. We appreciate how you're. It's not just about what you're doing. You're making other people be able to do life in your own very unique way. So I want to say thank you once again. Coach Muyiwa is the founder of World Change Summit and is also an advisory board member of the United Nations World Creativity and Innovation Day. He's a lead consultant and coach at Sure Success Consultancy and Coaching, and is Africa's leading creative intelligence expert. If you're like me, when you hear creative intelligence, you're thinking, okay, what does that all entail? Curiosity. So, Coach Muyiwa, thank you very much once again. Here you are. We want you to tell the world what antics you've been getting up to in the area of creative intelligence.
Wow. Thank you very much for having me. It's always a privilege. I'm not taking it for granted. It's important when you're given opportunities, you identify that this is an opportunity and you appreciate it. Okay, so thank you very much for having me. Yes, talking about creative intelligence, so many things to say. I have personal journeys I've gone through in that area, and I have where I've arrived at now, presently, and I have where I'm going to eventually. So maybe I should just do a very brief summary on that. So I used to be a university professor, and I lectured economics for 7 years, both academically and professionally. And one of the things I did not like as a lecturer when I resigned, and I was just reflecting, one of my regrets was that we taught our students so much on a particular subject, and they leave the school and they cannot apply. They cannot do anything about it. So they become jobless or unemployed again, which is a pain for me. So I taught my students about money. That's my popular example. So I taught them, that's monetary economics. If you are into economics, I taught them about money, types of money, definition of money, types of money, nature of money, functions of money, kinds of money, money by Milton Friedman, money by Ivan Fisher, money, money, money. So they know so much about money, and they leave school after 4 or 5 years, and they do not know how to make money. So what's the use of 5 years of studying money and leaving school and you don't know how to make money? To me, I felt very, very sad. I mean, it's a sad case for me. So when I moved into creativity and innovation, one of the things I promised myself in any class I take, is that my students will not only know, they will not have the knowledge, they will have a knowing, because there's a difference between knowledge and knowing. Yeah. Knowledge is that we were taught. Knowing is that we have applied it and I can produce something out of it. You know, so that was my mindset when I started Creative Intelligence Lab. You were a part of the basic class, and to my greatest surprise, it's not even a surprise now. It's now normal that if you are true with that class, you are into something already. Yesterday we launched Child Creativity and Innovation Hub, which is one hub that started. One of the students, when she graduated, she started the hub. We launched also in Turkey with Esther, Women Creativity and Innovation Project in Turkey. That started after the class, and everyone comes in and share testimonies of how this. And I have 2 John Maxwell members. That's the elections. That's Tunde and Bijalet election, coming up with something big for family life through creativity and innovation. They said definitely outside. The wife did had the first stream, and it compelled the husband to come for the. So you have to come, and the whole family in the teenagers class, the 3 children, they are in the class. So they are coming up with something family and related to creativity and innovation. It's a big product coming out into the world. So that is my joy. That is my testimony now. So it's not that we are just getting the certification. We are saying you are supposed to apply and all that. So that's what has been happening in that realm of creative intelligence. But what is creative intelligence? Because some people say, so we understand what you're saying. What is the subject about? Now, creative intelligence is just the application of creativity to whatever you do. So we are saying there are so many people doing what you do, and you know it. Yes. You are not the only one. There are so many people doing what you're doing. So we are saying, how can you engage creativity to get optimum performance, to get optimum productivity and optimum result? That is what creative intelligence is telling us. So you're applying creativity to whatever you're doing. You're a professional, you're a business person, entrepreneur, whatever you do, you're a family person, your marriage, your parenting, everything you can think of. I can say this for free, that the World Economic Forum says creativity is one of the first 3 skills needed to succeed in this century. Somebody said the future belongs to those who are creative. And my question is, if you're not creative, there's no future for you. And I said many times that there's no future anywhere apart from the one you created. So don't expect future that, hey, we are going to the future. There's no future anywhere. It's the future you create that you get into. So you must create your own future. There is yes, ma'am. Please go on, ma'am.
The one thing that I learned and I took away from your class as well is which I am, because which has become a part of me, is understanding that we are all creatives, and I brought that into play when I was writing a course recently, that even if you deny yourself, the course is about identity, but even if you deny yourself that you're not a creative, so far, the choices you have made up till today has created the life that you're living. So indeed, you're a creative. You have created your existence up until this day, before you now say, no, I'm making a change. So you have been a creative. That's enough for you to identify in yourself that there's something inside of you that you can apply to whatever it is that you're doing to bring about changes. So yes, totally agree with you on that.
Beautiful. Yeah. So that's just my mindset about this whole stuff. So I think that people should understand that we are all creative. We are all creative. Now, you might not be engaging your creativity, but that doesn't mean you are not creative. So a lady approached me one day and said, Coach, I think my problem is that I'm not creative and blah, blah. I said, no, you lie. You're creative. I said, who makes up for you as a lady when you want to make up? Say, I do. I said, you need a quantum of creativity to make up by yourself, except that when you come out, people start to run away from you. That's when you're not creative. You become a mass. But if you are the one that look at, sometimes you have hairstyle and it's getting old. You change it to another thing. That's creativity.
Absolutely.
Creativity is as simple as, it's just the extra that makes it different. So you're seeking for the extra to be done to whatever you are doing, and it makes it different. Cooking, preparing a meal needs creativity. So we engage it. So I said you have it and you don't know it. Yeah. And sometimes you have it and you might not be using it. And the reason why you're using it is because you don't know you have it. So when you know you have it, you keep using it. Yeah. My little kid I was sharing with came up with the little creativity. He knows, gave him apple drink. He came up with cucumbers there and cut it and just sliced it and he positioned it there. That's creativity. You understand? So it's not something far. Creativity is not complex. It's within you. It's inside you. It's inborn. If you're a Christian, God is the author of creativity. I said I was talking to pastors on creativity and innovation. I said, God is not creative. God is creativity. I mean, you'll be undermined the capacity of God to say he's creative. He himself is creativity. He said in the beginning he created. That's the first thing. Let there be light is creativity. Let us make man in our own is creativity. So everything about God is creativity. When Jesus came, it's creativity. So everything you do should revolve around creativity. And that's the basic idea that you should run with in this generation, in this dispensation, in this century. I pity anyone that will be doing anything and will not have a space for creativity. I said it many times. I said, if whatever you're doing does not involve creativity, then the robots can easily take charge. I mean, the robot, when you're going to the robotic age, they can take charge of whatever that you are doing. AI, this is the word of the realm of AI. They can take charge of whatever you are doing that you feel you don't need creativity. That means robots can take your place. You lose your job in a couple of years. There are so many. Okay, sorry. Let me give you the chance, man. Yes.
Even with you applying your creativity is competitive enough, because the same creativity can be applied for the robots. So you just need to always.
You will need it. You will just need it. Yes, you will need it. You can't run anywhere. There's nowhere to run to. There is nowhere to run to. You will need creativity for your children, for dealing with your relationship, even with your husband. Everything needs creativity at this point in time. Without creativity, there's no light, there's no life. That's the truth. So when you don't inject creativity to what you do, you don't have light, you don't have life. And tell me a business without life, how the business moves to the next level without life. Tell me a program. I said in my class, my creative intelligence class yesterday, I said, you can't just be doing the same thing every time and expect you're going to get some great results. No, it won't work like that. You've got to bring in creativity to the table because the world is looking for what is new.
Yeah,
I'm a coach. I'm a life coach. And so what's new? I'm a clarity coach. Yes. What is new? That's the question the world is asking us. I'm a pastor. Yes, we know what's new about you being a pastor. So the world is desperate about what you are going to bring to the table newly. So if you're a John Maxwell member, like certified coach, like I am, and all you do is what John Maxwell has said, good, fantastic, great stuff with John Maxwell. I love it. But what are you adding up? What are you bringing up to the table?
Value,
because value. Yes, because if I've read John Maxwell book, Laws of Growth and all that, and you're saying the same thing in the book, can I pay you for that? No. So people come and say, I have so many certifications. I'm tired. I've heard people say that when they are coming to my class, they know I'm tired of certifications. And I said, my class is not a certification. It's an encounter. You're going to have an encounter. You'll be transformed and come up with result. If I don't get result, I'm not happy. And that's the truth.
And if I can say here, this is where a lot of businesses are getting it wrong in this state. Particularly in Africa, I will say that clearly, because now it's not limited. What I'm about to say is not limited to Africa. It's a global thing. But I know it's. Let me say Africa is more guilty. because most people are looking at certification to determine what the capability of the person that they're employing. I mean, the person can have all the certificates in the world and not be able to deliver because the skills have not been, the skills needed to actually carry out the task are not there. So it's not a question of focusing on certification alone. Is the person able to deliver?
Yeah, that's the truth.
No. Does the person have, even if they have the basic of skills, do they have the creative ability to apply it,
Apply
to make
beautiful.
it better,
That's
to expand it? No. So that should be, they should be taking the person as an individual to see what are the capabilities, what is this person bringing to the table. You know,
yeah.
when we talk about on this platform, like yourself, it's about building lives and living legacies. You can't live a legacy when your creativity is dormant.
I mean, what are you
It's
going to leave?
impossible for you to leave a legacy when your creativity is dormant. You need to keep exploiting it. What else can I do differently? What else can I add on to? How can I make the change? When you continuously ask yourself, you're teasing out your purpose on a daily basis. And it's so important for us all to be able to, empty ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
The gifts
Absolutely.
given. So it should not just die with you.
Now, let me say this. I don't want to forget. And I'm just thinking that anytime you're invited for a meeting, you want to get to discuss a proposal, you want a contract and all that, one thing that should come up in your mind, ask yourself, what's going to be new? What am I bringing new? It's going to be new. What am I bringing to the table that is new? Because the people are tired of the old. If all you do is a podcast, don't just do a podcast because you have something to talk about. Ask yourself, what's going to be new that I'll be introducing to this audience? Because the audience will not have, people don't have all the time in the world to listen to everything a lot takes place on Facebook. How many Facebook Live will I attend? How many podcasts will I have my life to live. So for people to leave what they are doing, stop what they're doing and listen to you, you must have something in the content, which is, I call it a creative content. Now, all of us, supposedly, we have content. But when your content is not creative, you just be there alone. And, people have to help you. At least one person to come and just say, hi, we are here, just to patronize you. But the truth is that if you don't have a creative content, you will lose even that one audience. You'll lose him very soon. You'll lose her very soon. So you've got to have that creative content. And if you don't have a content, I think today is not a talk for you. I'm not. I can't talk about that. You have to go and get content. But people are looking for content. But most importantly, in this generation, we are looking for creative content. Content that will move me from this point to the next point. Content that will help me get results to what I am doing. So don't just start something and just everybody is doing this and all that. No, you've got to start something that you inject a portion or a quantum of creativity into that particular thing that leads you to your next destination. You move from point A to the next possible point B. Or point Z, as the case may be. So that's the intention. So we cannot just say, yes, we are here. And I said it yesterday very clearly in my class. I said it yesterday. I said, it is not what you are doing that matters. It is how you do what you are doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because people want to die on what they do. I've been trying my best. I'm into business. It's not working. I'm into coaching. It's not working. I'm into motivational speaking. It's not working. How do you do that? The how is the issue. That's why William Shakespeare said very clearly, is that we do not have failures in this world. We only have men and women who know not how to succeed. So the problem really is how. How to succeed. It's not the business. You can change business. People have changed in a year. People have changed. They've gone to about 5 businesses. So this one is not working. I changed. I have a restaurant. It's not working. It's not working. My brother, nothing is working. You work on yourself. You have to work on yourself before something starts to work. So don't expect things to work because what are you doing now? You're a coach now. You're a certified John Maxwell. You go for Liz Brown. Fantastic. You can go for all those certifications. It's not the what, it's the how. The level of creativity you inject into what you are doing helps you with the how. The how is the issue. So let's
talking about creativity now for you. When you started this journey,
yes, ma'am.
You started from a place of radical change. It was a place. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because you basically transformed, like I'm moving from this level and I'm going to this level, and that's it. I don't care what, like, can you tell us a little bit? Because there are people that find it that struggle with making change in life. And even though we know that change is a necessary step, it's needed, it's a necessity every day of our life.
Absolutely.
What word can you give to people to encourage them to take that? Take boldness to do whatever it is they want to do, to move on to next level if they're taking decisions.
Well, I do this advice with caution.
Okay.
I know why I do with caution, because there are other things behind the scene. But the truth is this: there's one truth that I want us to know. When you get tired of a particular situation, the situation might not be a bad one, but you just feel there's more. I was lecturing, I was being paid. And can I tell you that I was also a resource person for Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers Nigeria. And I did some stuff with Chartered as ICANN too. So I was doing well. So and I was doing it part-time. I was having the part-time with some 3 or 4 financial tuition houses. So it was not that I was doing badly. So it's not, the resigning was not because things were bad.
Yeah.
Yes, that was not the issue. So, and let me tell you one secret about me. My wife knows this. I'm scared of when I can't say salary is coming at the end of the month. I'm scared of it. I know many people, you can't imagine that salary will not come at the end of the month. No, you can't cope. I was like you, just like that. But when I told my wife I was going to stop, she was not afraid because maybe we will not have something to eat, but she was afraid for me. She knew I'm not somebody that likes the stress of what are we going to eat. I just like everything set. I like my comfort zone. This is what I do every month, collect a salary and all that. But it was time to step into the next level of my life. And if I never took that step, ladies and gentlemen, I'm nowhere today. I don't think I will forgive myself if I didn't take that very painful decision. Right. So sometimes you have to take that painful decision. But if you see, you don't know what you are going to miss if you don't do some stuffs, because you're scared that what will happen to you, but you will never know what you're going to miss. So
I hear this again today.
Yeah, you will not know what you're going to miss because you'll be thinking of, so where is going to be salary at the end of the month? I feared, because I just felt, so how will I buy credits to my phone? I was just asking, thousands of questions came to me. How will you feed? How will you? But I was convinced, because my mind just says to me, there is more than what you're doing. There's more to what you're doing. So I became not comfort. I go to school to lecture, but I'm not happy. And I'm just very happy person. I was one of the most my students were fond of me. You can imagine me being a lecturer as I'm talking. Yeah. They love me. I can only use the word love. My students love me. They just loved me, But I was getting uncomfortable. I was not happy again. I just felt there was something wrong somewhere. So I knew I needed to reach out to the global community, not a four wall of the university system. So somebody said, but you can do both together. But you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying it's time to unleash all, not part-time. No, unleash all. There was so much I had that it has to go. So, and to make it worse, if you know Nigeria very well. So I was living in Lagos and I was lecturing in Ogun State in a university. And I had to leave Lagos. I left Lagos for Jos. You don't know Jos. Jos is not a place you go to when you need money. Just is not a place you go to where you want money. So people didn't understand me. This guy is crazy. how can you leave a place like Lagos, the capital of Nigeria, commercial capital of Nigeria? You didn't go to Abuja, the capital of Nigeria. You didn't go to Port Harcourt, the money is there. You went to, you're going to a place that is a virgin states, nothing is happening there, really, and you're going there. But that's what, now I must put the place of God now. I can't deny God, gave me that confidence because I cannot resign by myself. I can't. It's God does. No, if you know me, I can't. I can't resign because I like comforts. I like just to, no stress, collect salary, spend it, wait for the next month, spend, wait for the hand. That's my life. But God used every means to say, it's time. The world needs you more now. So I said, okay, I will tell one or two people that I know that they are always negative. They don't believe that, no, don't go. And I told them, they accept. They said, well, that's why I knew that there's fire on the mountain. people that naturally they will not accept, they accept this. I said, good. My wife, I told her, she said, well, if that God has put that in your mind, then let's go see God in action.
Can I stop you there for a minute? Because for those of you in the audience, which I'm going to acknowledge you very briefly now, his wife is my sister. Our very first conversation, it was like, I don't like you because you people feel you're too good. So all of you great Ife people, great.
That's interesting.
A quick acknowledgement of people in the audience there. Don, thank you very much. You said you will and you're here. Thank you for joining us, Don Mila. Olivia, thank you, Olivia Rio. And Riola, thank you very much. Don says knowing versus knowledge. Yes, makes solid sense. Absolutely. And you know what, Don is always dropping nuggets like that. Unfortunately, we have him for limited time today, but yet we're going to take what we can. Yes, and Ella says, wow, knowledge and knowing. Absolutely. Hi, Aline. Aline says, God is creativity, priceless statement. And funny enough, Aline, I was looking at that. I was thinking about that because I'm trying to start reading my Bible from the beginning. And I was listening to the miracles that Moses and Aaron had to do, and how stubborn Pharaoh was. All those miracles alone, all those plagues, they tells you about creativity. Yeah. The world is looking for what is new. Absolutely. Wanda, thank you very much. Good to see you, Coach Fash. She says, Wanda says, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah. So continue about this. You've moved to Jos.
Okay, so I had to go, and I told my wife, blah blah blah, and she said, okay, if it's God, no problem. Let's go there. We moved. We moved, and we had to stay in somebody's house for about 2 months or so. My kid couldn't go to school 1 or more months. Because it won't be easy. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say, see, I don't deny the fact that I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a prime speaker, and prime speaker means P means you position. My words position you. R repositions you. I inspires you. M motivates you. E energizes you. So I do those 5.
Go slow on that because I'm taking notes now.
Okay. So I said I'm not a motivational speaker, completely like all. People say I'm motivational, I'm inspirational, what? But I say I'm a prime speaker. I started that myself. So you can become a prime speaker. You could talk to me later, or now you can become a prime speaker. Now, prime speaker is PRIME. So P is positioning. What I say, you should find a position in there. You should be positioned rightly, because if you're not positioned rightly, every other thing you'll miss out of it, So the second thing is reposition. Some people are well positioned, but they need a repositioning. You must have learned 10 principles to be successful. Sometimes you need to reposition. That principle might not work at that time, not because the principle is not functional, but at that time, it might not work because of your positioning. So you might need to reposition to apply that principle, and it will work. Do you understand that? So repositioning. Then we have I, which is inspire. So my words should inspire you. Then M, my words should motivate. So motivation is just part of it. It's not all of it. I remember that I was introduced as a motivational speaker one day, and after when I spoke, and one of the audience, he was crying heavily. I said, but I thought I was a motivational speaker. Why is somebody crying? The person was really, really weeping. Adults. So I said, no, I'm not motivational speaking. And the reason I said I don't just motivate is simple.
Yeah.
If I motivate an idiot, it becomes a motivational idiot. I'm a motivated idiot. If I motivate a fool, it becomes a motivated fool. So you're just jumping, hey, you don't understand what we are saying. You are not positioned. You are not repositioned. You are not inspired. You are just motivated. You won't go far. You will get to a point and you see reality. Yeah. But this man did not tell me there will be hunger. He didn't tell us that sometimes there will not be food in the house. He didn't mention that will not be mentioned in motivational speaking.
Yeah.
So I capture all those. So the last one is energize. Energize. So you need a level of energy to succeed in this world. And I'm writing a book called The Energies That Rule the World.
Right.
There are about 7 energies you need to know: creative energy, innovative energy, supernatural energies, mind energy, a lot of energy. So you will need to be energized. You need energy in your spirit, in your body, energy of every level to move on. So I got to Jos and it was tough as expected. I was not expecting that it would not be tough. It was expected, but it was very tough. Sometimes I had to consider different things. Sometimes I thought of looking for getting a job again, sincerely. I got to that point. I applied. I applied for job. It's not thought. I applied. I think this thing is not working. This thing is not working. It's not working. For those people that you always hear the message, fire your boss. Don't just fire your boss. Relax. Cool down. You need to be calming down. Don't just fire. Because some people, when you just hear a message like this, say, yes, I'm going to resign tomorrow. No. Calm down. You can resign, but make sure you are holding on to something concrete before you resign. Don't just resign out of you feel like, But one reason that I was confident about resigning was that I knew, and I know as I know my name, that I have stuff in me that if they throw me anywhere, I will rise up again. That's one I know. I know that one. Yes, sir. I don't know where my certificate is now. In fact, I misplaced my first degree. So I don't even know where it is now.
Welcome to my world.
I don't know where it is. Because the truth is that, the gift of a man makes way for him, not the certificate of a man. Your certificate will give you a good salary. The gift will give you a good life. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that before. Let me say it again. Your certificate will give you a good salary. Your gifts will give you a good life. Because it is the gift of a man that makes way for him. So I move with my gifts. They can't steal my gift. They can steal my certificate.
Absolutely.
I can misplace my certificate. I really don't think I can because the gifts of God are without repentance. The gifts are there. So I just go to, if you take me away from Just today, no. And I told somebody, I said, I wrote a book. Let me share this. I wrote a book called Stop the Job Search, Search Yourself. And I told myself, you are encouraging people to stop searching for a job and search yourself. You are in a job. So leave your job and see if you can. And I practically did that. That was another reason why I left. I just wanted to prove a point that it's possible to leave a job and get a job from within. Because what I passed across in that book was that everyone has a job within. There's not one job. You have a lot of jobs within. That's why I said very clearly that if you're jobless, it's your choice. Of course, the Bible says whatever your hand finds to do, that's your job. One day I was so bored, I said, God, what is a job? God said, it's whatever your hand finds to do. That's your job. So it's not what that job particularly, it's how you now put the job out that sells you, that makes people say, okay, what are you doing? Let's patronize you. And that's what happened. So to cut the long story short, I got to Jos and things were difficult. I thought of, somebody asked me, did you give up at any point in time? I laughed. I gave up several times. I didn't give in. But I gave up. I gave up. I gave up several times. Sometimes I got tired. No, I like to be real here. It would be a lie for me to say I never gave up. I gave up several times. These were tough, man.
Yeah.
So I did not give in. At the point I'm just giving up, and somebody would just encourage me somehow. Somehow I'll get an encouragement. So sometimes, eventually, this stuff on creativity came, creativity and innovation. I became an advisory board member. It encouraged me, but it didn't bring money along.
Yeah.
It didn't bring money along, but I was encouraged.
You were seeding at that stage.
Yeah, it didn't bring money. The next one, then I studied creative intelligence stuff, and it was tough. I begged people to come and take the course for free now. Say, hello, come and do it now. He says, no, I don't have time. Okay, please. I just wanted to express myself.
Yeah.
But sometimes, last year, COVID period, I went fully online on instruction. I went fully online, and that was how it all started. So when I asked for people, I took a free training. I said, pay for certificates. And people actually paid. I think I charged $20. And they paid. So wow. So people can pay for something online like this, because that was my first time. So I moved it on to my certification. And I told them the money I'll be charging for my certification. Wow. Even when I told the people in the US, I said, wow, that money is a little bit much. I said, yes, what they are going to get is a little bit. It's not a little bit, it's so much. Because you cannot say something is expensive until you know what you will lose for not doing it. So if you say something is expensive, what I ask you is, so do you know what will be the cost of you not doing it? Because you only calculate the cost of doing it. What about the cost of not doing it? Imagine those people that have gone on other trainings now. We have about 25 certified creative intelligence coaches in the world. When I say in the world, those are the only one that is endorsed by World Creativity Innovation Week. Oxford, Ohio. There might be other ones, but I don't know. And of course, the endorsement is from the world body controlling creativity and innovation. So I might not need to know about any other one. Do you understand? So now we are starting what we call the League of Creative Intelligence Certified Coaches. LICCIC. I mean, that's the leading in the world now. So it's a league coming up. And those are the things that comes up when we've gone through the process.
Yeah.
I don't recommend product. I recommend process.
Yeah.
Going through the process is far, far better than the product itself. You know the reason? Yeah. If you lose the product, you know the process. Oh goodness. If you lose the product, you know the process. So you go back to the process and get the product again. So I'm not scared at all. If 1 million people wake up and say, I'm a creative intelligence coach, I say, well, I know the process I went through. I go back to the process and come up with something different. Even now, I'm already thinking of something different, something new. That's why I came up with the League of Creative Intelligence Certified Coaches, which is the first of its kind in the world, So right. It's like that. You want to say something, Busola?
Yeah, that's what I find encouraging with you, because it's not just starting at the basic and staying there. You keep evolving. You keep evolving. By the time we took your course, you weren't doing the teenagers then.
Yes.
And then now you've done the teenagers. Now you're looking to do the League of certified coaches. And I know that's not going to be the ceiling. You're just going to keep evolving and keep expanding. Yes. I won't be surprised now if you start having it in just pure French language or something. That's an idea for you.
Yeah, I'm taking. I took a lady in French. I had one lady. She speaks French, so I got an interpreter, my friend, so interpreted to French, and she's planning to start in the francophone countries. So that's that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the world is literally now just your playing field. So there's no limitation to what you want to do or what you can do. And I know that we're pressed for time because you have another engagement. I'll just quickly go through what we have here. Daniel ID, thank you for joining us. This is amazing. Adeyemi Toluwalashe, thank you, sis. She says interesting. And Wanu says positions, repositions, inspires, motivates, and energizes. Thank you, Wanu, for taking down that note. And for anybody that's going back through, aim to be a prime person, not even just a coach, because not everyone is a coach. Aim to be a prime person because you will need it in your journey of life. This is Family Meeting Legacy Talks. Everything we're talking about here are tools for you to be able to unleash the best of yourself, and for you to be able to have a footprint in the sand, for you to be able to look back on life and say, this is how far I have done. I have done well. I have expected myself. My gifts and my talents, they're not just going to the grave with me, or I haven't just used them to make money. I've actually passed them on. It's one thing for you, just like Coach Muyiwa has been saying there, it's one thing for you to identify your calling or identify your gifts. It's another thing for you to be able to add value to it, make it better, improve on it, add on to it, fine tune it, expand yourself, find yourself, and just maximize the fullness of you. Coach Muyiwa, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm just conscious of time because I know that.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
You've spoken about your move to Jos and how, even though it was a difficult time, you didn't let that deter you. There were a couple of times where, because it was a massive change in your life, but it was a time when you knew, I'm moving forward. I need to step out of this, So you took a decision, you moved to Jos. There were a couple of times you could have gone back to taking a job or anything.
Yes.
Just because it was frustrating, but you knew that there was more of you that was coming up to the world.
Yes.
So you basically started with nothing.
Yes.
So it was creating something out of nothing.
Yeah.
And that has birthed something else in you that you're able to encourage other people. Yes. That even when you have nothing, is not a deterrent for you to fulfill life.
Yeah, absolutely.
So because of time, I want you to say something quickly about that, and then give us your message to the world.
Okay. My message is always one. Let me start from the message. My message is one, and it's always don't chase money. Because one of the problems we have is that we look for what we don't need to look for. I met some guys when I went to speak somewhere, and I saw guys doing well. I say, so what are you looking for now? Say, it's money. I say, you're wrong. You don't look for money. You look for a problem to solve. You don't look for money. But see, when money drives you, you crash easily. The fastest way to crash is to make money your driver. That's my quote, and you can quote me. The fastest way to crash is to make money your driver. All I had in my head was not to make money. I remember my elder brother calls me from the United States and say, "Hello, Muyiwa." I said, "Fine. I hope you are making progress." I said, it depends on your definition of progress. He said, "Okay." I said, if money is progress to you, then I'm not making progress. But if changing life, transforming life, healing life, making the bad life become good life, and making people, yes, I'm making every progress. He said, yeah, I understand. He got that right. So to me, and you have to check your definitions. Most of us, we have the wrong definitions of many events of life. And if you don't redefine, that's one of the raptured model, redefine. If you don't redefine, many things will define your life wrongly. Why do people steal? It's the problem of definition. Our leaders. Why are we like this today? It's definition. Greed to them. Well, to be wealthy means stealing, collecting money at every level. It's definition. Yes.
On that point alone, I'm saying this out to any leader out there, particularly in Nigeria, that is stealing, and just remember, you're a fool, a big fool.
That's the truth.
Honestly, and a certified fool for that matter, because I mean, for this is something that has been done over the years, and to what avail? Look at the state of the country. Look around you and know you're a fool, because you travel outside to see what's happening outside of the country.
Yes.
You serve that, but you cannot fix your own home. You're a big fool. That's out to all the leaders. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's important. So you like I said, you don't have any future anywhere. You create your future. So when I came here, I started. It was tough, but I knew I had to create my future. And one important thing I must not miss out is your connection with God. I have about 3 or 4 models now. Push out to the world. I have Prague model on change management. I have flight model for mindset management. I think I designed that course myself. Mindset. You only know about asset management, but I called my mindset management. So I talk about the 7 flights of the flight model. Then I did Raptured. Raptured is for creative intelligence. Then I did the capstone approach to innovative teaching. Those are models I designed myself, invented myself. That you have to create your future. You have to create it. There's no future anywhere. So, and I can promise anybody attending this class a free session on creating and claiming your space. That I charge about 100,000 naira, about, about how many $1,000, how many $100 now. But I'm going to do it free for anybody in this class, and you are interested, free. Courtesy of Busola now. I'm going to do that free, and I'll be taking the class on that session on what we call creating and claiming your space. If you don't have a space, you can't make it as much as you want to make it. Forget it. You can only be relevant in your space, and you have to create that space. When you get to a place, most times you don't find your space. You don't find a space, but you can create your space. Let me say it again. You might not find a space, but you can create your space.
Yeah.
So when you get to a field, say, where's the space here? Oh, no space. I'm in the coaching industry. I'm this and that. My inspirational speaker. There's no space for me to be known. But create your own space.
Your room.
In your space, you'll be known. That's what I did. So I found I didn't find a space, but I created my space. And there's always your space available. A space might not be available, but your space, until you come to that realization of your space, you will create one. And that's where you can be known. Today, I grant interviews from all over. I mean, I have a load of interviews this week that I don't even know how many I can attend from outside Nigeria, South Africa. Why? It's my space. So everybody wants to come to my space. And when you have a space, you can easily create a fence and put a gate, then collect gate fee. That's what we collect. Thank you.
I like that. So for this course you're offering now, anybody that's interested, how do they get in touch with you? Because I'm conscious we have 1 minute left.
Okay, I'm on. You have to, of course, you have to follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn before you qualify for this. Free, but you have to do something at least. Muyiwa Fasakin is my name. Look at my name there. Go to Facebook. You could be a friend. Some of us are friends already. Then LinkedIn, Muyiwa Fasakin is there too. Twitter, my name. Then Instagram, my name also. Just find me and link in there. And I think from there, just chat me up on any of those.
I think what you should do when you link him up, then just remind him then that just do family meeting legacy talks or legacy talks. Just do legacy talks, and you'll know that you've come from this platform. So
I think it's good like that. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can also try to get my email address. Okay.
Right.
Is that okay? I think that should be okay.
So I have my email. Thank you so much. Okay, it's coming up on the chat box. CoachMFash@gmail.com. We're going to put it in the on Facebook for you, so you can email him directly. It's CoachMFash@gmail.com. He has another meeting, and that's why we're
then they can join World Change Summit. Please go to Facebook and join World Change Summit. We have about 1,000, almost 1,800 members from all over the world, Europe and Asia and all continents of the world. And our aim is to help, manage and facilitate changes through creativity and innovation. And you can interact with other coaches and experts in the world in that particular community. So World Change Summit, you just type it and I will approve you're coming in. Thank you.
Okay, so I've typed it wrongly there, but I'll correct that in a moment. I'm just going to go through quickly. We have, where is it now? Thereabouts, sorry. Here we are. So Food Paradise, thank you very much. Wanu, thank you. Abby says you are able to go back to the process once you know it. You can also multiply processes. Fantastic. Wanu says the fastest way to crash is to make money your driver, Coach Fash. That's true. I'm taking that and I'm making a quote on that. Thank you. Accredited to you, of course. Tola says you create your future. Absolutely. Eniola is ready for that. Eniola is joining your creativity and she's saying thanks for the offer. Her name is Eniola Okay. Tola Ayeni says it can only be relevant in your space. You might not find a space, but create your own space. Thank you. Fence and Gates, Eniola, thank you very much. Guys, it's not Coach M Fash. I'm going to fix it in a minute. It's CoachMFash@gmail.com. And you can join his group in World Summit.
World Change Summit.
World Change Summit, sorry, on Facebook. And that's all we have today. We're grateful for you. We thank you for the legacy print you're putting in the world. We thank you for your prints are definitely in the sun and the transformation you're doing and lives that you're changing. We can't thank you enough. Keep doing what you're doing. We're so proud of you. And I do love you. You know that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks,
everybody.
guys, for joining us. We're going to be here again next week, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to be meeting my Irish daughter for the first time. She has an amazing story of transformation, amazing story of impact on health. So we're going to meet her next week, Sunday. You don't want to miss it. So join us again this time on Sunday, 6 p.m. Family Meeting Legacy Talks. My name is Busola Coach Muyiwa Fasakin. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you. God bless.